Direct News TV. Sheriff, gunman kills 6 including ex-wife in Mississippi. A lone gunman killed 6 people including his ex-wife and stepfather Friday at multiple locations in a tiny rural community in northern Mississippi, the sheriff said, leaving investigators searching for clues to what motivated the shocking rampage. Armed with a shotgun and 2 handguns, 52-year-old Richard Dale Crum opened fire at about 11 a.m. and killed a man in the driver's seat of a pickup truck parked outside a convenience store in Arkabutla, near the Tennessee state line, Tate County Sheriff Brad Lance said. Deputies were working the crime scene when a second 911 call alerted authorities to another shooting a few miles away. After arriving at a home, they found a woman, whom the sheriff identified as Crum's ex-wife, shot dead and her current husband wounded. Lance said deputies caught up with Crum outside his own home and arrested him. Behind the residence they found 2 handymen slain by gunfire, one in the road, another in an SUV. Inside a neighboring home, they discovered the bodies of Crum's stepfather and his stepfather's sister. Everybody has crime, and from time to time we have violent crime, but certainly nothing of this magnitude, Lance said in an interview. He added, without being able to say what triggered this, that's the scary part. Crum, 52, was jailed without bond on a single charge of capital murder, and Lance said investigators were working to bring additional charges. It was not immediately known if Crum had an attorney who could speak on his behalf. That initial murder charge was for the killing of Chris Eugene Boyce, 59, the man who was shot outside the store. Boyce's brother was in the truck with him at the time and fled, according to the sheriff. Lance added that Crum chased the brother through a wooded area before he escaped unharmed. Deputy Tate County Coroner Ernie Lentz identified the others killed as Deborah Crum, 60, Charles Manuel, 76, John Rory, 59, George McCain, 78, and Linda McCain, 78. Lentz also said Boyce was from Lakeland, Florida. Ethan Cash, who lives near the store, told the TV he heard a gunshot from inside his house. I had just woken up and I look back here, and I see dude walking back here with a shotgun, he said. Cash added that he went to the scene and found one person who had been shot. He checked for a pulse, but found none. In the lobby of the sheriff's office, Norma Washington told the news that Boyce was her nephew. She said he and the brother, Doug, who lives in Alaska, had been in town cleaning up a property they inherited from their deceased uncle. I lost my brother, and now this one, Washington said. This has been something else. It was unclear whether Crum knew either of the brothers. The killings stunned residents of Arkabutla, home to 285 people and located about 30 miles, 50 kilometers, south of Memphis, Tennessee. It's the hometown of famed actor James Earl Jones, and nearby Arkabutla Lake is a popular fishing and recreational destination. An elementary school and a high school in nearby Coldwater both went on lockdown while the suspect was being sought, according to the Coldwater Elementary School Facebook page. A short time later, a second post on the page said the lockdown had been lifted and all students and staff are safe. April Wade, who lives in Arkabutla and grew up in Coldwater, said both are small communities where most people know each other, but if you don't, you know somebody who knows somebody. Speaking from a local tire store in the afternoon, Wade said she and her husband were aware of the shootings but had not yet heard the names of the suspect or victims. I think it's crazy, Wade said. You do not expect something like that to happen so close to home. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms and Explosives said its agents were providing assistance to the sheriff's department and state investigators. Lance said one of their top priorities was to determine a motive. The sheriff, who has lived in the area his entire life and served in law enforcement for 25 years, said he could recall no prior problems with Crum. The shootings are the first mass killing in the U.S. since January 23, which saw the last of 6 in a 3-week period, according to an press. It defines a mass killing as 4 or more people dead, not including the perpetrator. In a statement, President Joe Biden said he and First Lady Jill Biden were mourning the 6 victims and praying for the survivors. He urged Congress to act now on gun law reforms to address what he called an epidemic of gun violence. My name is Kingsley. Please like, share, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be the first to be notified whenever we post. You won't regret it.